Hey, Tony Gasson here, popping in. Now, one of the questions I've been getting a lot lately is, should you tell a man that you're interested? And the short and simple answer is yes and no. And what I mean by that is, the only time you should tell a man that you're interested is after he has told you that he is interested. See, the thing about it is, you got to remember, it's the man who has to get on one knee. It's the man who got to get on one knee and propose to the woman. So it's very important that a woman knows that this man is even interested before showing her hand and saying, hey, I'm interested in you. Because one of the things that men struggle with is men struggle with turning down a woman. So if you notice, like, you'll see women turn a man down. I got a boyfriend. I'm married. I'm taken. But there's not a lot of women who can say they tried to give a man some attention or give him something, make a move, and he said, nope, I'm good. I'm taken. I got a girlfriend. At the least, that man may flirt, may get a number, may go on a date, and he could be in a whole relationship. He could be married. So men really struggle with that and make bad choices in that area most of the time. And so a woman knowing that a man likes you, that's half the battle. That's half the battle. But as a woman, if you take and you show your hand and you tell this man, hey, I see you all the time, and I just wanted to, see if you were interested in going on a date. Or I just wanted to let you know that I'm kind of interested, and I want to know if you're single. There are people teaching women to do that. Coming from a man, a former dog, a former womanizer, that is a huge mistake. A man is like a hunter, a lion on the prowl. You never ever, as a woman, take and show your hand and approach no lion like a gazelle, telling that you're interested. Now, once the man makes a move and he lets you know he's interested, if you single and available, of course you are if you ask this question, if you single and available, then you let him shoot his shot, you give him your phone number, y'all talking. Now you go on a date. Now you get to see how he is. You talking to him. You get to hear his mindset, his thought process. How much does he curse? How much does he drink? How much does he smoke? What does he do? What is he into? Now, after all this right here, and you done talk to him, when you are sure that you're interested in him, and he asks you, what do you say? Like, are you even interested in me like that? Like, do you like me? I feel like you don't like me. And then that's when you tell them, no, I like you. See, the thing about it is with men, so many of us on average, there are exceptional men, there are some rare men, there are some exceptions to the rule, but on average as men, we're trained to hunt. We're trained to, get a woman, break her down, deceive her, play the game, and that's across the board. We trained to make this woman feel like she's the only woman in the world, get what we want from her, but still be able to get what we want from other women. And that's what you're gonna see these men out here today that's teaching men about, these strategies and all that. That's essentially what they're gonna be teaching them is, hey, young fella, you the prize. She needs you. You giving up everything in marriage because you got to lose half your wealth if y'all get a divorce. You this, you that, you that. And so got these men feeling like they the prize. And so what a lot of guys are going to do is a lot of guys want to see if the woman is open, if you're vulnerable, if your nose open, if you're weak. So that's why you'll notice some guys will say, do you love me? How much do you love me? Tell me how much you love me. Tell me how much you like me. Now, when a man says that and he's not openly, overtly showing love to where you as a woman, you feel like, whoa, this a lot of good loving. This man love me. If you don't feel like that as a woman, and a man asking you questions trying to pry to see how much you like him, that's a setup. It's a setup to see how much he could get away with. What can he do? What can he get away with? Can he cheat on you and get away with it? Can he dog you out and get away with it? And so a lot of women, they go and they pour their heart out to a man. Write a man a poem, write him a 4-page letter, or just tell him, I love you so much. I love you more than life itself. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you. Tell a man all of that, and he, oh, really? Okay, all right. And now you go through every test in the book. And now you feel obligated to stay because you done told a man how much you love him. And that's a mistake that so many women make. Like, I know my wife loves me because of what she'll do for me, what she'll sacrifice for me, the way she cares for me and tend to me, think about me. I know she loves me. But my wife don't tell me how much she loves me. Like, she'll say, I love you. She'll say, I love you, but she ain't finna give me no dissertation. She not finna sit me down and just shower me with words of love forever. You know, and really, I understand it's for one, not being raised to be mushy and emotional. You know, her mom give her a church hug a lot of times, and her family is not all lovey-dovey. They hug now, but it ain't all mushy. And I love you so much, you're so amazing, and all of that. It ain't all that. And so she is, for one, it's not her nature. But then two, I know it's also a defense mechanism. Just every year, I get a little more love. Every year, she open up a little more. And I love that, and I respect that, and I'm glad that she is like that, and I'm glad she took that approach, because as a human being, I cannot trust myself to not get complacent, to not take it for granted. And when we honest with ourselves, everybody perfect in the comments. Everybody is so mature. Everybody never make mistakes. Everybody know how to do everything correctly. Everybody is amazing in the comments. But when we honest with ourselves as humans, if we get too much too soon, we'll get complacent without even realizing it, and we'll start to take it for granted. It's like if you go to your job and you work 40 hours a week, but then they pay you for 80, you're going to get complacent. You're going to be like, whoa, you're going to start. And then next time, now you get a check for 60, you actually going in there, hold on, why I got a check for 80 hours last week and now y'all give me a check for 60 hours? If you're going to give me 80, give me 80. Well, you ain't even work but 40. Still, that's not the point. That's not what I come in here about. If you're going to give me 80, give me 80, because when you give me 80, I changed my lifestyle. I added other bills because I thought that this is a job that you get paid double for your time. So now you want to come give me 60, that other 20 hours, that paid for something. Now I'm in the negative. You see what I mean? That's how we'll be. We'll go and start expecting something. We will start expecting something. I remember I used to be selling course for $5. I would sell a course for $5, and this is a course that I could easily sell for $100 to $200, and people will write in with an attitude about something and be like, and me and my wife would be like, ma'am, you paid $5. You paid $5. For one, you right there talking about you can't get into the system and your courses is gone when it's your fault. You created 2 email addresses, or the email address you signed up with is .con, not .com. You got a typo. Writing in like we scamming you for $5. You know, but that's just human nature. We feel a sense of entitlement. We feel, I want to talk to the manager. And so that's what you have to realize as a woman when you're dealing with a man. You can't give too much too soon. Trust me when I tell you, you can't go out and tell no man that I don't, and this is the question that I get all the time. Now, the way I really get it, in the context I get it, is, hey Tony, there's this guy that I go to church with or that I work with, and I see him all the time, and we make eyes, meaning we make eye contact, and I'm interested in him, but he hasn't said anything to me. He hasn't made a move. Should I let him know that I'm interested? And my answer is always a resounding no. You should not. Because if a man sees you, because you got to think about this now. You got to think about this. If I go to the gym, I'll take my ring off. And the reason why I take my ring off is because this is a thick ring. You know, it's kind of thick, it's kind of heavy, it's Cartier. This is a good idea now for those of y'all getting engaged and get married, and you just don't want no regular old gold band, but you don't want to, but your man don't want to do no diamonds or nothing. The Cartier, I think, is $1,000, so it's not expensive for a wedding ring now. So this is what I wear now. I just got this. I wore a $200 ring our whole marriage. I got this last year, I think. Need to get me a silver one, white gold. And so I take this off when I go to the gym, right? Now, if you from a distance, you're not going to see anything on my hand. So if me and you walking past each other, if you're a woman, talking to a woman, if me and you walking past each other every day that I go to the gym and I look at you and I nod my head, I'm being nice. If you interested in me and you pondering, should you tell me you interested? Now, when you come tell me you interested, you just set yourself up for embarrassment and failure, because now I got to tell you, I'm married. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean anything about it. I should not have read into that. I see you every day, and I just, yeah. No, it's no problem. It's no problem at all. It's no problem at all. I totally get it. You're out here in the gym, desperate for love. This is what I'm thinking in my head now. I ain't saying this out my mouth. You're out here in the gym, desperate for love. You can't even wait on a man to come talk to you. My goodness. Now you got to go through this embarrassment, this rejection. If your butt would have just waited. And so now when you approach me, I'm married, but I ain't have my ring on at the gym because I don't want to scuff it up. So, but when you approach me and you said that, at that very moment, another eligible bachelor, a suitor that you also been seeing that look good, decent, like he'll do, he happened to be walking by right at the time. He in earshot. So now he just heard you shoot your shot at the man who is taken. So now he like, oh, little loose booty thing, ain't you? You just shoot shot. Oh my goodness, well, I thought you were cute, but no, mind my business. Who else you hollering at in here? And I know some of the men in oblige and to put that thing on you. Oh, you just the nastiest you want to be, ain't you? See, this is how men think, because men do not give women any benefit of the doubt. Is it fair? Absolutely not. Is it reality? Absolutely. Look at these men on internet talking. They ain't giving you no room. So that's why you have to learn the rules of engagement, and you got to protect yourself. So you got to understand that you are a queen, that you are the prize. It's the man who got to get on one knee. So if it's the man who has to get on one knee, then that means it's the man that needs to do the courting. It's the man that needs to come to you to ask you, are you available? Then it's going to be the man to ask you on a date. Then it's going to be the man to ask you to be his girlfriend. Then it's going to be the man to ask you to marry him. So see, this is the thing, what I try to help women understand is you can't go in and initiate. You can't go in and initiate the engagement like, hey, will you be with me? Are you available to be with me? And then turn around and want him to take over. and take the lead. Because now, if you done initiated, he like, oh, well, you initiate stuff. You initiate stuff, so all right, go ahead, keep on initiating. So then he gonna expect you to initiate the date. Then he gonna expect you to initiate getting in the bed. Then he gonna expect you to initiate the marriage. So when you approach him, because and the thing about it is, when you approach him, you don't know if he taking. So if he's not a good man, if he's not a man of integrity, which you got to assume that most men are not until we show you otherwise. You can't just give a man a benefit of a doubt. He ain't giving you no benefit of a doubt, so you can't give him a benefit of a doubt and just assume he a good man. You got to let him earn that title. You got to let him show you. So when you tell this man you interested, guess what? This man could be married. This man could be in a whole engagement, in a whole relationship. This man could be married and just don't wear a ring, period, ever. And he said, oh, okay, y'all, you know, I'm really interested in you too. And then he could talk to you, and then it's like when a man has been in a long-term relationship, we get more leniency. We get more room to play. We get more rope. So like right now, my wife, she out doing her thing. And you know, she dropping my son off, she picking this up, picking that up. So I'm home hours at a time by myself. I literally could be on the phone having a whole nother conversation. My wife don't come in my office like, look, I got this drawer right here, I got a drawer right there, I got a drawer right there, I got a safe right there with a code on it. I got drawers over there, 4 drawers over there. I can have a whole nother phone and have my phone plugged in, have it in the drawer, and when my wife gone for hours, I could be on the phone talking to a whole nother woman. And I could be giving this other woman an hour, 2 hours a day, to where she completely think that we all the way together and I'm in a whole marriage. And that's what I be trying to help y'all understand, is that it is so easy out here to play the game. And so that's why you got to keep your reservedness. You got to be reserved. You got to guard yourself. You got to watch yourself. You got to know who you are and what you bring to the table. And you can't go out trying to upend the natural order of things in every area of the world. And then somebody gonna point out one area where women propose to men in the middle of nowhere. People ain't got running water. Oh, over in such and such, the women propose to men. Oh my God! In every area of the world, guess what what in some countries the men paying dowry got to go make an offer to the parents for their daughter. Listen, I'm finna give y'all 100,000, $1 million, or whatever amount of money, these cattle, these assets, or however it works. Men, in some countries, men got to pay to and ask the parents for permission to be with their daughter. Everywhere in the world, the man got to go and initiate. That's why the Bible say a man who finds a wife. Who finds a wife. He ain't say no man who get approached by a woman. And it don't say no wife who find a husband, has found a good thing and received favor from the Lord. No, the man finds a wife, then receive favor from the Lord. And see, that's what you got to understand. So don't get caught up out here. Hey, this is Tony Gasson. God bless you. Now I'm finna be in Jamaica with my family, so I hopefully I have some videos going up, but you know they ain't live videos. They ain't coming from that day. They pre-shot, pre-recorded, cause I'm gonna be over there Jamaica trying to get me a little relaxation. So if you write in, you have any problems, anything, the whole office shut down. We off from July 30th. No, June 30th to July 5th. God bless you.